right now. This is Gwenda from H.E.A.L with Gwenda. If you feel like you suddenly need to go to the toilet, it's actually a most beautiful water feature that's making all of that noise, but it could be a bit stimulating. Did you understand, or do you know how much there is in stimulation around you every second and everywhere that you are and in everything that you do? So without you even being aware, there are unconscious stimulations that take place with you all the time. Today I've come to speak with you about habits and trying to create new habits. You see, I've come back from Kalgoorlie this week in running the Key to Your Wellness is the health of your gut. A healthy gut is what helps you live the best life you can. It's also what allows you to live an optimal life in happiness and in calmness. But how do you get there? When I hold the workshops, people find the information very encouraging, very inspiring, they tell me. But when they leave and they go back home again, they find that everything is just the same. And they find that their head goes back to the way that they were thinking before. Some people write me and tell me that they've tried some of the things that I spoke about in the workshop, but after a few days, Gwenda, we just seem to be back how we were. And this is habits. These are all the creature habits that we have and things that we have done for a long time. So if you're used to having a coffee on the run for breakfast, if you're used to having 2 pieces of toast, jam maybe, Vegemite if you're Australian for breakfast, and you're eating that as you're rushing out the door, and you've done that for a long time, that is an automatic habit. You most often don't even think about it. So what do you have for breakfast? And how does your day start? Is it on the run, or is it listening to children beckoning you for your attention so that they can get what they need? Or are you running to get them to school if you're a mum? Pardon me, dads, maybe some of you are dads who are at home as well. Either way, these things are all habits, and it's our way of living that we've become used to. It's also often a way of living that we repeat through seeing family do it in the way that we were raised. But if you want to change your gut health, you need to know how to address these habits and how to change them. And that in itself is something that most people find they need help with. Have you ever tried to lose weight? Have you ever tried to take up an exercise program because you want to be fitter? What's it taken for you to stick to that? What's it taken for you to achieve the goals that you wanted to achieve out of that? Feel free to make your comments to this video afterwards or during, so I can come back to you and help you with some of the hurdles or praise you for your success. If you have been extremely successful and achieving all of your goals with no one at your side, then you are an exceptional and an unusual person, because most people find that breaking habits is not easy. And most often they also find that they repeat. They will fall off the wagon, as the saying says, and they will need to come back and pick up again. That's what happens. That's what happens for most people until something shifts. Now, sadly, in the work that I do, what I see shifts is somebody's health. And usually they've been diagnosed with what they consider to be maybe a fatal condition, or maybe a lifelong condition, something like an autoimmune. Now, if you have an autoimmune condition, the doctors will tell you that it's something you'll have to live with and it can't be treated. I would beg to differ there, and I welcome you to speak to me about that if you'd like the challenge. But getting your gut, getting your mind, getting your heart into optimum condition takes practice. And it takes having someone alongside you to help you understand those practices so that you can go forward with ease. I travel around the state, internationally and nationally, with talking about gut health and how you can manage it best. And if you'd like to join me on one of those crusades, keep an eye out on this page and you'll find out when the next one's going to be. In fact, the hot topic this month is heart and heart health. So I look forward to seeing you again soon, and thank you very much for joining me today. Take good care. Bye now.